I'm Erin Gates and I'm an interior designer. And a question I get from a lot of clients and readers is, what do I do with all my books and how do I style my bookshelves? So one thing I like to avoid is just wall-to-wall books, as you see here. It is the most efficient way to store your books, but it's not necessarily the prettiest or the most interesting. I think mixing in objects, art, pictures, all sorts of things can make this a more interesting, eye-catching spot in your home. I do this a lot. I take book jackets off my books, and I think grouping books by color in sections can be a pretty way to give a little bit of organization to such a hectic, busy shelf. One of my biggest tips is to change the direction of your books on your shelf. So mixing in books vertically, horizontally, I think really gives you a place to add something interesting. So you could add a bowl, an object to fill up the space and mix up the direction of the book. Another thing I love to use are bookends. It seems obvious, but most people don't have enough bookends. So to mix this shelf up, I would take out sections of the books and give some breathing room on the shelf, and then add in objects on the sides. So in this way, you can see I like to keep books horizontal on one shelf, and then below that, I like to have them vertical in the same section on the next shelf, and then flip-flop as you go up and down the bookcases. Already looking better. And in just a few minutes, I was able to make this much more interesting and eye-catching. But I will give you the best tip is when you start trying to organize your bookshelves, start by taking everything out. It's much easier to start with a blank canvas than to work around things already in the shelf. I think you're able to see everything more clearly and how much you have and which items you can edit. And giving everything a little bit more breathing room always makes it better.